Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Citrus Quest Hangout. We're going to be talking about a slightly depressing fucking topic, which is heart progress. We've got with us today a run and gun news, the bitter elastic cat, Jason Brazil, Jay, the most magical of robots, and the vampire Nosferatu, Egg Lord. Yeah. It's been a while since we've had egg on, so I can't fucking remember shit anymore.
I'm hungry. I think I'll scramble some eggs.
That's fair. It has been a while.
I just need to get a frying pan and whack him on the back of it.
And Minty is in the wings with comments once more, as usual, with these wonderful, wonderful hangouts. So, let's get to talking about this terrible group of assholes known as Heart Progress. We'll start with our correspondent who's dealing with them on the ground, which is Run and Gun News.
He's boring.
Oh, those little motherfuckers. Alright, I'm a little pissed off tonight because those little fuckers who got a video taken down because they violated YouTube, and it was the only time I ever was okay with flagging, just re-uploaded the video roughly 3 days ago. And they claim that they're going to keep re-uploading it no matter how many times it gets flagged, which I'm guessing will probably eventually kill their channel.
Yeah, they'll have to after three, I think it's like 3 or 4 times.
3 strikes.
Down. Not 100% sure.
It's 3 strikes of anything, your channel goes bye-bye.
For context, let's talk about what exactly Heart Progress is.
Okay, they're a pedophile group who hides behind equality. They want to turn, instead of saying pedophile, they want you to say pedosexual because it doesn't sound as painful as pedophile. It makes your brain think before you decide to kill them.
Well, I would say the difference between a pedophile and somebody who is like a transgender or a
Gay person.
Yeah, at least the adult can give consent.
Informed consent.
Yeah,
Informed.
give consent, and I would just say consent in general.
Yeah, because anybody can consent to anything, even if they don't know what it is, but it has to be informed consent or it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and
But
these guys are advocating for acceptance of pedophilia.
which should not be tolerated, to be fair.
And which one of them is, and has actually said he would love to have penetrated the children of the women he dated because he's sure would benefit him and the children.
Ew!
Rhetoric from them too, yeah. Some of I found this one meme that said, "Pederasty is actually able to aid in the development against toxic masculinity."
Hey, do you know your audio is really low?
Yeah.
They also say the consent argument is bullshit because, and in their words, if you could teach a kid math, you could teach him how to consent to sex.
No.
What? That's not how brains work. But okay.
No.
That was their argument that was on their website before it got taken down, but somebody managed to screenshot it saying that their argument is if you could teach a kid math, you could teach him sex. No, 2 + 2 = 4 does not equal okay, penetrate me.
No, it doesn't. Holy shit.
That's why I tell
Everybody
certain
consent.
people because everybody starts screaming, well, they're trolls. It's not my fault you're falling for it. Okay, where's your evidence of trolls? Well, it's obvious. That's not evidence.
Everybody consents, even when they're actively saying no.
It may have started out as trolling, but it's been hijacked.
Well, to be fair, even if it started off as trolling, let's just say that it was.
Well, there was somebody earlier today who made a troll account talking about it, and somebody else I know started getting into an argument with them, but the account was like 3 seconds old. It's like, dude, that is a troll. Okay, I'm not even going for that one. That's a troll. And they never respond to me. They just like the fact that I called them out as a troll. It's like, no, that one's too fucking obvious.
Well, how long have we been, like, or at least I would say Ron, how long have you been fighting them for?
January.
Yes, all the way back since almost last year.
They attacked my video when I made the video about pedosexuality. I didn't even know who the hell they were until they came to my video, and then they started defending themselves. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? They go back, it's like, oh, this group sucks.
Autobots, lick my ass.
And now
But
we
that-
have the Optimus Prime.
That
That's
Jenny
right.
Lover 83 changed his name to Jenny Lover once Honeybee doxed him.
What? Who docs who?
Honeybee is tireless, man.
She found this guy was stupid enough to use his real picture on his YouTube channel, the same picture he used on his Facebook profile. So she did an image search, and it brought up his Facebook profile.
That hurts
So
my
she went to his personal Twitter account and said, "Hey, did you know a pedophile is using your picture on their account?" And that person blocked her, and then changed his name, which means it was actually him.
Who's streaming?
I am. Okay, so
Link.
I'm going to be this dude here, and I know it's not going to be a popular opinion. I don't support doxing at all, ever, no matter
Well, no,
what it is.
if you-
I
listen.
understand, Ron. I don't fucking support
No, you don't. Let me finish. The way she explained it in the video, now I could be wrong about the way she explained it in the video. She explained if you're able to find the person's information to public information, like during this image search, that type of doxing is legal. But if you paid to find someone's information and then provide that, that's an illegal form of doxing.
Okay, well, either way, I don't support doxing of any kind. This is a horrible fucking person, and fuck them, but I'm taking a hard stance on this like I always do. I don't like doxing. I don't fucking trust
Well,
it.
I'm not the one to do this, so it doesn't matter to me either way.
I know.
Unless-
For the channel, I have to say,
Yeah.
as a no, I don't like doxing.
Yeah, once
Well,
it's,
neither do I.
once it's
The only way I would
once it's
support-
actually published, I mean, there's no point in not
Well-
reporting on it. Is
No,
there?
she dropped her
understand.
image
The
into
only way
Google,
that I
and his Facebook profile popped up.
The
Anybody
only
could have
way-
done it.
The only way I would ever support doxing in any fucking sense is so you can report it to the police. That's it.
Okay, regardless.
They
Or
have
the
been
channel.
reported to the authorities.
I know.
Hard line.
You have a different stance than I do, and I would understand that.
It's specifically in the sense of, for my channel, I'm saying it. I don't support doxing.
I know.
That's it. That's all I'm fucking saying. Moving on to back to fucking hard
I have
fuck
a
man.
question. If somebody said like, "Oh, my name is Billy Williams and I live at 58, blah blah blah," and they said it themselves, that's not doxing.
No.
What about accidental
Hold
doxing?
on. What if they said that their name was Billy Williams and I live at such and such address, but it wasn't them, but it actually was a real person that they gave the address and
Okay,
information.
I could
Well,
randomly give out some address also. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
the
I'm
main
just
thing. I can
saying-
randomly point out an
I
address.
was just asking only for clarification. That's all it was.
What are we talking about?
Hard
But
progress.
technically, is it doxing?
Got him.
Doxing now.
Murder these fucking
Orange,
pedos!
is it
Kill 'em!
actually? Orange, is it actually considered doxing though if information was public and she just found it through an image that anybody could have found?
Only if it's released onto a public forum when you have a reasonable expectation of privacy. Regardless.
Facebook.
Well, yes, technically, if you took Facebook information and released it on another platform and linked it to what would be considered a private account, it's still technically doxing.
Well, it was public information put on another public forum. She never she never gave out the link. She never gave out the links to the information. She just said, "This is the information I have."
I understand that. And I'm not saying that what she did was wrong. All I'm saying is I don't personally support doxing. Y'all can do what you want.
Okay, let's get past this and go. They're a bunch of pedos, and they need to be struck down in a very fervent manner.
Fair enough.
Well,
But to go
Pray-
back to
pray-
Heart Progress, because it
Pray
is very
for-
disgusting for me to have to try to defend anybody who has done anything of this horrific nature. It's just a hard
Okay,
line stance I have.
All right, more information on Heart Progress. Some people believe that James Carter, as we all know who that is possibly the same person as Ernest Steiner because, well, Ernest hasn't been seen for a while, but on Heart Progress's new social media that they don't realize we know about, they're having conversations talking about how Ernest is on vacation with his family.
Well,
Quote, unquote.
they're both of them like have their pictures, right?
Well, the
Isn't
thing,
Ernest supposed to be like an older
Really
dude?
hard to hear it.
yes, he is,
Oh,
but
sorry.
James, we weren't sure about James Carter's age or if that was actually his real picture, but he mocked a victim of pedophilia by changing his Twitter account that I knew about to his actual picture, and it was a different, I guess, he was making a different stance in the picture. I'm not sure. Another pose. So it was the same face but a different angle. So I knew it was him actually. So I already knew his account. And he took a picture of his Twitter account, marked out anything that you could use to find out who he was, and he took another picture of a victim's account and wrote the words "I see you" across a victim's Twitter page.
So re-victimizing people, basically.
Yeah, he put it on his Google Plus page, which I had the link somewhere. He crossed out his information, but I looked at his Twitter before he changed it back, and so I knew it was the right one, but he kept changing his Twitter handle to try to confuse me. But if you block somebody on Twitter and they change their handle, the handle changes in your block list. I only blocked him to keep track of his Twitter handle. Plus, Twitter has ID numbers that also stay the same no matter how many times you change your Twitter account. Every one of us has a Twitter ID, and no matter how many times you change your handle, that ID stays the same. It's like the VIN number on a car.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Yeah, look up, go to the website twitterid.com.
All right, so then what's everyone's thoughts on this? Say someone doxes you, right? And you have their information. What do you do then?
Are you talking about personally? What I would do personally?
I mean, I've been
Yes.
privately doxed. My phone number has been doxed to, you guys.
I'm just
basically.
saying, you had their information just specifically for this case, where if they tried anything against you, and then they managed to dox you, put your information out there, what would you personally do?
I honestly would have to be in the situation to know, because I don't really know what I would do at this moment. I could think of a million scenarios, but I don't know what I would do without being in this.
I dox the shit out of him right back.
I would probably try to get on Twitter. I would definitely try to get that tweet flagged for one.
Well, I thought a pedophile supporter did dox me. I thought she did because she actually put my last name in a tweet, and I thought she found my Facebook account because I was using the same picture. But I have an anxiety disorder, so I panicked without realizing my banner has my brother's full name in it, so it actually shows my last name. And I didn't think about that until like days later. So she could have just looked at my banner and just guessed.
Back to heart progress rather than talking about doxing, because
I'm not the one that keeps derailing it.
I know, I'm derailing it right fucking back.
You mean you're railing it? You're railing it.
Yeah, we're.
But no,
we're
they're
no.
like not the video I just put out, but the one before that. I actually talked about the fact that they are trying to pick another website, which is based out of Iceland or something. It's orangewebsite.com. They don't. I'm not quite even sure if they know how I know that, but people have already reported to them saying, "Hey, a pro-pedophile group is going to try to use your platform."
Yeah, your ISPs. Well, here's the thing. These people have made many a false and shitty fucking argument. Let's dig into these arguments that they've made.
Yeah, like the
Like a child can consent as long as you teach them how to consent for sex.
Creepy.
Sure,
that's-
we can go down that one. Feel free, Ron.
that's called grooming.
Yes, I know that, but they don't. They say you say grooming, they say loving.
I know.
I bet-
or teaching. It's pederasty, which is educational.
Jesus.
No, but Ernest Steiner actually made the argument, and I have it in a picture somewhere when somebody asked him, "What do you think the age of consent should be?" And his response, "Well, some people think 4 or 6, but some people have argued lower."
Oh,
I'm sorry, if you're still figuring out English language, consent isn't going to be on the top of that list.
Oh,
Also, their argument, when we say they're mentally ill, they say, and we point out the DSM 4 or 5, they say, well, they all that said homosexuals were mentally ill 15 years ago, but that changed. That's also one of their arguments.
Yeah, well, the DSM-5 is constantly evolving for a reason, because they take certain things that they know to be fact and then improve upon that. If you really want to be 100% technical, and I hate to say this to those of a persuasion, Roman,
What?
but when you think of it in a natural sense, it doesn't make what would be considered logical sense to be homosexual. I don't have any problem with it. I'm saying that right now. I'm just saying that technically it doesn't make logical sense.
Oh,
Well, there's no biological point to doing it.
Yeah, there's no
Also, one other
biological
thing,
benefit.
the other argument they use. All right,
How is this relevant to a bunch of fucking pedos? Here's my question, right? If you're a complete consenting adult, beyond the age of consent, blah blah blah, whatever, do your own thing.
no one gives a
what
fuck
we're
at that
talking
point.
about. These are fucking people who are like fucking with prepubescent or like very adolescent children. Am I incorrect in my statement?
No.
No, you're correct.
Nope.
Exactly.
So, me being relatively semi-peaceful person, nobody that.
You want-
I think we should,
You ready for
ensure
the
that-
next argument?
Sure, let's hear the next one.
Their next argument, because certain states allow bestiality, they say,
Oh.
well, if animals can consent, why can't kids?
Technically.
Animals can't get that.
Yes, I know this, but they say because certain states you can legally have sex with an animal, they think, well, if you can do it with an animal, why not a kid?
That is one of Omni Politics' arguments right there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's also the same argument that some of these idiots have used. They all use the same playbook.
I'm sorry,
Of
that
course-
one just.
Of course they do, though. Here's the thing. Of course they do. They're fucking lefty. They're so.
This is, I mean, Jay's going to agree with me here, but this is all part of this whole cultural Marxism thing. This is tearing down Western civilization.
The best part is every time you fight, every time you go against the pedophiles, they say you're a conservative, aren't you? Because apparently all pedophiles are left-leaning, and anybody who
Yeah.
fights pedophiles is right-leaning.
Yes, leftist. I'm telling you.
That's the question I'm asked every time. You're a conservative, aren't you? You hate pedophiles. You must be a conservative. It's like my dislike for pedophiles is not a political view. It's a fucking common sense view.
No, you're missing what I'm saying. If you molest a child, that's very, very clearly an act of aggression against that child, right?
Yeah.
Only socialists are willing to use force. And by very definition, it's left leaning. That's where I got that.
Mhm.
But
It totally
regardless,
violates the NAP.
regardless, these retards need to be stopped. These pedos need
No,
to be
my whole point was every pedophile I've run across is a Hillary supporter.
God damn it.
I'm dead fucking serious.
Correlation
got
does
it.
not equal causation. I'm just saying.
So
I know.
we-
I just think it's funny.
So we've
Every
heard.
time I get an argument with him, it's like, well, Hillary's going to be next. Like, how the fuck did that come into this conversation?
Why would I give a shit? Hillary's not gonna get into office and be like, let's all diddle kids.
Are you sure about that?
No,
Well, I
I'm
mean-
really not.
I mean, what Bill says is okay.
There was that Pizzagate thing.
God damn it.
Oh, don't even. They go tinfoil hat when you bring up Pizzagate with the pedophiles. Like, you probably believe in Pizzagate. I never said any of that.
I mean,
Look at the mental gymnastics here.
Bill did it to grown women.
Yeah, but it's still rape.
Yeah, it's still
Bill
rape,
did
but
it
at least it's not
to
as
Doritos.
bad.
Oh, come on, we're not going to go down the argument
Then
of
what-
if it's worse for a child, or it's worse for a child than it is an adult. To be fair, it kind of is, but we're not going to go into the logistics of it.
I don't want to know.
I mean, seriously, one of these pedophiles wanted to open a child care center with just boys so he could teach them how to play with themselves.
Oh, that's not right.
Do you know this guy's name and address?
He's the guy that we were referring earlier about doxing.
Oh, no.
Okay, so as a
Same
No,
guy.
to bring up,
Please don't tell me that.
OmniPolitics 16. Sorry about that. 666. Number of the devil, the beast. But OmniPolitics 16 had an argument that was he tried to make it based on science, but failed miserably. Now, do any of you know what
You failed at life.
what particular argument I'm talking about?
He made a few of them that failed. Pick one.
Anybody
there
know
were a
specific?
couple.
I have
What?
a brand, by the way.
Thank you. Well, he said that pedophilia is natural and happens naturally occurring in the animal kingdom.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Can you
Uh,
not fucking take over my shit?
I brought you the whole.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so he brought up that he thinks that pedophilia happens naturally in nature.
Monkeys.
I spent 3 fucking days checking every fucking species on the planet, and none of them engage in reproductive behavior until the mate has reached what's known as sexual maturity. Bugs don't do it.
His
Reptiles don't do it. Amphibians don't do it.
As he now raises
Orange,
the
his
argument.
argument were that monkeys did it when the mother wasn't fertile, so she would practice with her children or some bullshit.
Ew.
The
Whoa.
point of it is this is not, you don't engage in reproductive behavior with creatures that have not reached sexual maturity. It's not a thing that fucking happens. So by saying it's natural, he's literally saying all my arguments are bullshit, but I can make them
Well, so is
sound like
what's
they're
natural in the animal kingdom?
Hold on.
You want us to start doing that as well?
Hold on.
Yeah, with that argument, though, you can easily say that cannibalism is natural and therefore good.
Only in Africa.
No, also India.
Wait. I don't even want to go down the natural argument. I don't even want to go down the natural
So Orange
argument.
hasn't eaten it yet?
Yeah, let's hear Jay's point.
My argument is it is very clearly the children that they're talking about, because they're fucking children, right? It's not like the difference between 16 and 18 kind of children. This is like what, 3 to 12 kind of fucking children?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yep.
Even my fucking really my very open ideas on a lot of fucking things don't even cover this. They are too young to even offer the idea of consent. I don't give a fuck if it's natural. I don't give a fuck if it's whatever. We just need to find them, set them on fucking fire, and then be done with it. But you know,
Yeah,
But that's
well,
pedophobia.
Jay is correct.
Remember I told you that guy with the verified account that went after Heart Progress as well? He apparently wrote an article.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, so the point here is like all of their arguments are like fashioned to sound like they make sense. However, they fucking don't, because if you actually get down into it, they're just spouting bullshit with a fancy fucking coating on it.
I'm a terrible person for making that joke. I am so sorry.
Joe,
I am so sorry.
The grand
I wanna-
kid.
I've got another.
Terrible.
this is one of those few times. This is one of those few times where caps, and I've seen other ANCAPs react the same way, where ANCAPs will put down the whole like let's live with people and be peaceful kind of thing, and be like, no, fuck this guy, let's go fuck this asshole up. It's one of the few times that I have seen kind of across the board the ANCAPs are like, no, let's go fuck this asshole up. And it's like taking Mr. Rogers and so Mr. Rogers going, now that motherfucker gotta die today. You know.
So
Yeah. They're
I've got another one of the argument they've made.
that I've
Okay.
seen, which is that which is that sexual activity with children doesn't harm children.
Well, but you know what's funny?
That in the specific instance where it did, that's because it was rape.
Well, Dawkins.
Dude, you're breaking up like a motherfucker.
Me?
Yeah.
Egg is breaking up.
Oh fuck.
Dawkins said that same bullshit, and he's a fucking left-leaning lunatic too. It didn't, it doesn't hurt fucking to be blah blah blah. But Dawkins, we all know Dawkins is a fucking lunatic left statist, so.
Well,
Take my shirt, I'm hot.
giggity.
Hey, Amanda.
Thank you.
But yeah, the argument
Hey, Amanda.
it doesn't hurt them.
Egg, I swear to God, if you don't fucking make it to where we can actually hear you.
I'm trying, man.
Okay,
Lies.
deep throat the mic.
Like,
Or take it out of your throat.
God damn it.
The thing is, it's with his phone now. He has to reconnect.
His internet provider's a coffee can.
Are you on your
Yeah,
phone,
you might
Ed?
try reconnecting, Egg.
Oh, please, a Canon string would work better.
Okay, so, Amanda, since you came in, do you have anything that you want to say particularly about Heart Progress?
Well, this is always an interesting conversation for me to have because then I end up having to say more about myself than my family would like. But me and my siblings had to deal with 3 different pedophiles when I was growing up, and I can tell you for a fact that it is fucking damaging to kids. Even when they think they're doing something that's not going to hurt a kid, like, oh, I'm just watching this little kid take a bath or watching this little kid get dressed. The kid knows that this is something sick and wrong, and it is damaging to kids.
Well, there is also a specific reason why I don't want to talk about the specific topic, to be fair, and why I joked in the chat.
Just
we
get
know.
into it.
Minty, that's why I've never asked. That's why I've never asked you to participate in any of the videos.
I know. It's just, it's one of those situations where it being.
And Orange, you better make sure you put the right tags in this thing.
Well, I was never, I was never penetrated or anything like that.
Jesus.
Like that way. I'm trying to.
Vaginal penetration.
I did have other experiences with pedophiles that.
She had bad
lead
moments.
To, being traumatized.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I understand where you're coming from, Minty, because I have that same issue where it feels awkward when you know somebody that did have something worse happen to them than what happened to you. Then you start feeling, well, I'm not really, it wasn't that bad because something worse happened to them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, no, for me, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, it's not the same thing of like, oh, you were dating, if you were 25 and you were dating a 17-year-old or whatever. This is clearly not this. This is a fucking child. You hurt a child, so now we get to hurt you. That's it. I don't even know why we're having a discussion. I don't know why we haven't found this motherfucker and sent him a light.
We're working on it.
God damn it.
What sucks is most of them go unpunished too.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Orange. Somebody's working on it.
I am not allowed to honestly advocate for violence on my channel. However, I also refuse to advocate for non-violence towards pedophilia.
Okay,
So
let me
I'm
phrase
going
it.
to stay in a
Somebody's
neutral
working on
place.
having a conversation.
Y'all do what you want to do. I'm staying the fuck out of it.
What? No stabby?
I will.
All right.
Don't count me with stabbings. You know I want to.
Okay, so hold on. Everyone calm the calamity that is their memories.
Do I sound better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Much.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, so like so far we're all under the impression that, like pedophiles, hurting kids. I get the notation that when someone says that, people are thinking men hurting kids. What about women?
No, yeah, women
There are
do
women
it
in this
too.
group.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there are a lot of
It's
them.
unacceptable when women do it.
Yes.
There's roughly 2 to 3 women in the Heart Progress group that I know of at the moment.
Because I know that
I'm coming down.
I know that sometimes I find myself, it's like anytime someone says pedophilia, I'm thinking a guy hurting a child. I have to back up real quick, and I'm like, no, it's people hurting children.
Well,
No, yeah,
Optimus,
in
There
my
was-
mind, it's anybody.
well,
Here,
Optimus,
let me
you
just
have
real
to,
quick.
I will say though, Optimus, it is as equally deplorable as when a woman does it as it would be a man.
Dude,
There was a woman on Twitter who
It
has
would
been
be.
banned who admitted that she is, assuming she wasn't full of shit. Let me start off with that first. She has 2 children, 2 daughters, roughly around the ages of 11 and 13. She has said that she'd be okay with a 30-year-old female touching her daughter because women are gentle and she would get the experience.
Oh,
for
that is
fuck's sake.
And that she'd be okay with her 2 daughters doing stuff together because they can't reproduce, so incest is okay. She'd argue
Aw.
against it, but she wouldn't stop it.
Yeah, a lot of
fucking dog.
that. What's weird is a lot of them are also accepting of incest.
That's
Oh no, she was
Ew.
fully ready. She's like, there's nothing wrong with incest. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's laws
Well,
against it.
yeah,
Fuck
let's-
some genetics.
That's how we get people from the hills have eyes. What the fuck?
honestly,
Exactly.
What, Roman?
I said the easiest way to get a victim for a pedophilia is to just make your own. Of course, they're fucking
Oh, for fuck's
incest.
sake.
Well, did you
course.
see that episode of
Jesus.
Dr. Phil that he got in all kinds of trouble for? Where he had that girl on that was actually a victim of child sex trafficking?
Jesus.
Like, they literally, he raised her whole life. Like, you gotta take with a grain of salt. Maybe he just kidnapped this kid and told her this story and showed her these 2 people and said, these are your parents. But he raised her whole life telling her that her parents gave birth to her for him. Like, she was born to do this for him. And when she was
Surrogate
about-
baby?
Yeah,
Th-
from the
this-
time of a baby. And
So
he,
this dude was on Dr. Phil.
No, the girl was on Dr. Phil talking about
Oh.
his life. And he said he
Okay.
talked to the FBI and everything, and he completely believed her story according to his sources. Like, that they believed this actually happened to her.
Uh-huh.
She said she was about 5 when he introduced her to her parents, and they told her what a good life this was, that this was best for her, that she needs to behave and do as she's told.
Well, you also have to remember when the doctor showed Cash Me Outside.
God damn it, don't bring that dumb cunt up.
Don't bring that stupid bitch up.
Anyway.
I mean, they're. I mean, you gotta realize.
Bitch can't even
that
pronounce the
they're
word
not
catch.
standard for people
How about that?
go on that show.
But
Anyway.
he got in trouble for
The
like
fact that she's
having
famous hurts my brain.
Yes.
I know. I'm joking. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Don't
You got in
apologize.
trouble for having her on?
Yeah, there was a lot of backlash for it because they said that he was like buying into the whole Pizzagate stuff by having her on, but she was a genuine victim of sex trafficking. This was real. This happened.
Wait,
to her.
this happened. This happened recently.
Yeah. This
That
wasn't that long
recent.
ago.
Fucking hell.
Wait, who-
I think
because
this was like last month.
What are you talking about?
Jesus.
Yeah, I watch Dr. Phil sometimes. I actually like that show.
I watch it too, don't feel that bad.
I would
Yeah,
watch-
don't
I used to watch Jerry Springer. Don't
You
fucking-
both are now shunned.
Dr. Phil's hard to look at for me.
Amanda, occasionally you have to watch it to feel better about yourself.
Yeah. No, I watch that, and a lot of those shows are their stories are not as crazy as my family. We could be on that
Honestly,
show.
Cash Me Outside for
Oh.
us.
That's it, Egg, don't trip.
Oh, that's sad. That is
Yeah.
so sad.
Yeah.
Stop bringing her up.
She was the funniest
Stop
thing I've
bringing
ever
her up.
seen on
I
that
don't
show.
fucking care. Stop bringing her up. Egg, your camera is on.
Oh,
Dude,
I mean,
in all
I'm
honesty,
presented, but
Doxed.
if
your
reality
camera is on.
Egg, why do you think I said watch out, don't trip? Because I can see your fucking camera, you idiot.
fucking hell.
Damn it.
This is why I present the chat.
luckily it was blurry and it didn't really show anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
couldn't
dude,
see your
showed
dick at all.
He doesn't have a. He has a phone, not a microphone. Oh, that's good.
Hey,
Never mind.
hey, I got a question. Do you still have your man beard?
Like,
What are you
what?
talking about? What's
your neck beard.
Swear to God, wife, quit bringing up unrelated topics, please.
Yeah, I still look like an Irish Santa, if that's what you're after.
Anyway. So, Jason hasn't said a whole lot during this.
Ho ho.
Is he even here, or did he like pass out?
No, it's over here. I have said quite a
You're
bit.
roboting, Jason.
I said,
You're roboting.
That's the hard progress thing. I mean,
I really don't want to click
Look
this.
at that.
I think I'm
I just
obligated.
posted their new
As
social
the
media on the
fuck.
side.
What the fuck is this?
It's on scene.life. And their thing
Somebody
says
else
this is
found
a
it.
progressive community that promotes acceptance and peace. We strive to achieve greatness by allowing people to be themselves and making sure that hate is out and tolerance is in. Rules: follow the Google Plus terms of use. No hate speech, no bullying, no spam. Tolerate others. Please do not advocate for illegal activities. We are activists, not criminals. Have fun. Isn't pedophilia illegal, James?
The act
Isn't
is.
it?
The acting upon it is.
But
Well,
it's
they're already
fun.
breaking their own rules,
I-
to be fair.
I totally forgot that I have a laptop now, so I can be in the chat too.
Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking Jack Thompson.
Yes. Somebody showed me that about, I don't know, 2 weeks or a month ago. I haven't publicly put it anywhere because I don't want them to realize that we knew about it.
No.
Makes sense, I suppose.
As always, they're
But I've
fucking
been-
bunch of dirtbags, but they are only serving to catalog themselves.
But I have people sending me screenshots, so. So when somebody says they're a troll, it's like, you know what, fuck you, I've got inside info.
Yeah, no shit. Like, here's the thing. Even if they were trolls, even if, which they're not, obviously,
They're pushing a dangerous message.
they're making this message seem fucking acceptable and actually abdicating it, even if they're acting like trolls. There's some areas that trolls will not fucking go, and those areas are very clear: murder, pedophilia, and rape. Actually abdicating for these things are bad.
I will
No,
even
you know
go
what-
that far, but I won't go for
What's
pedophilia.
interesting though is some of us were bringing this up years ago. I mean, in various circles, that like once you start allowing certain things, this will be the next step. You know what I mean? I know that sounds like a dick thing
He's
to
referring
say.
to gay marriages.
He's he's
No,
Yeah,
no,
my
no,
grandparents.
He's dancing around without actually saying it.
Well, as somebody who's actually
I'm
been
actually
called a troll for months and months and
I'm
months
actually referring to something else. I'm actually referring to something else. But okay. But my
Okay,
point
what
is,
were you referring to, Jay?
I was referring to a thing Steven Crowder wrote like 2 years ago, of saying, you know, once you start allowing certain things, I agree with his logic. I don't agree with his means to an end though, because they were saying that, you know, allowing like young kids to transition, that was all bundled into this one kind of thing that he was talking about. It's like once you allow this kind of thing, pedophilia will inevitably be next. And though he's right at the end, he's not right at the beginning. Does that make sense?
Well, to be fair, as somebody who has actually been called one and been considered a troll before, I will go that far, but I will not keep going to be that far.
Yeah,
Well,
that is,
no, that's enough.
There's a difference between making a joke and then making the joke for a consistent amount of time and then fucking
Yeah.
over how many months now?
there's a difference between actually making a joke and pushing a fucking dangerous ideal.
Yeah, and this has been happening for how many months? I would not even go this far and this long.
There's no
Dude,
reason.
the line is always at children. For jokes, anything. Don't fucking cross that line with children. You know?
Can I
Well,
make
but
fun of the terrorist attack that happened in
Let
England?
Jay speak.
No.
God damn it!
Well, like here's
It was explosive.
here's the thing, right? Ring that just got popped in DC or whatever recently. In Hollywood. I don't know if you guys heard about that or not.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, that shit's been going on since the fucking before the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, the casting couch includes children.
Well, no, I mean, I wasn't even talking about the casting couch. I was just saying that it's a well-known but a very hush-hush kind of fucking thing rings in fucking Hollywood. So, and in DC. And so this has been known, like, I heard about some of this shit back in the 80s or whatever, but it's very interesting now they're starting to do crackdowns. They did a big takedown in DC. I don't think they did a big takedown in Hollywood yet, but I expect to see it. But all of this has been permeating for a long time.
Dude, the thing is, the reason that they get away with it on the individual level and on the big scale like that is because it is a crime so sick, so abhorrent that your mind literally just wants to turn away from it. So people they'll just turn. It doesn't directly affect me. This isn't happening. They just don't look.
Well, Run wanted to say something, so
it goes more to something else. Actually,
Jay, honey, Run wanted to say something.
Pussycat.
Okay, there was a video that was sent to me a few days. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was an interview with somebody. It wasn't in the United States. It was British or something about a one-on-one with an actual pedophile, and it was an interview. It looked like, and the guy was nervous as fuck, as you can tell. And his argument about causing trauma to children, it's like, no, pedophiles don't cause any trauma to children. It's like, what do you mean? It's like the trauma doesn't come until the cops and the parents tell them what happened was wrong. They traumatize the children, not the pedophiles.
And that's what I'm saying.
That was his argument.
And what I'm saying is, I can tell you personally, from a victim's point of view, that's wrong. The trauma comes before that, before anybody ever says anything, before anybody ever even knows it's happening to you.
Well, this is pedophile logic.
Yeah, that's why I want to say clearly and loudly from the victim logic that a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, they fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but my point is,
and they remember.
My point is, this is much more widespread than most people even want to admit, and it's widespread in a lot of communities. Some pedos are getting busted right now, but if you go by the logic of, you aggressed against a fucking child, is children have been used as fucking toys and playthings to some uber wealthy for a long fucking time, man. This is not. I wish it would come to a fucking screeching halt, though.
Okay, I know this is a fucked up question to ask, but I feel it necessary at this point to ask it. Who here has experienced something like this other than Minty and Amanda?
If they're willing to admit it. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. If I had, I wouldn't be able to be. I wouldn't be fighting as long as I have with this shit. I wouldn't be able to deal with it.
Well, I know I had to deal with it.
Yeah.
No comment.
Exactly. I had a babysitter.
So the point here is, for those of you watching, that people have to deal with this shit, and it still fucks with people well into fucking adulthood. Oh God, what was it? 93. How long ago was 93?
Over 20 years.
Over fucking 20 years, and I still have fucking trouble with this bullshit. However, I went the other direction. I didn't go, I'm quiet, reserved, and, all that shit. No, I'm pissed off about it. It is the constant fucking wish to not have to fucking skin these people, make their skins into a flag, and carve heart progress into it. But
24 years.
The fucking point here is these people not only need to be stopped, they need to be shown the consequences of their actions. Like skinning them, making a flag, and carving heart progress into it.
I will support your alibi.
This is what I was saying. Like, I got wind of a thing. A bunch of ANCAPs were pissed off about some shit, right? And I started looking into it, and they were actively on the internet, trolling. No, they were actively hunting a fucking pedophile, and like openly sharing this individual's address to account. And it's like, I don't have an issue with that. I'm sorry. Again, I'd rather be a peaceful, hang out, do whatever. But this is, we all have lines, and in the handicap circles that I've kind of sort of run in. Oh, you ain't gonna be around us. You're gonna be dead.
Well, there's a good reason why even, like, you guys know me, I'm pretty laid back and jokative and all that bullshit. Yeah, like, I even made a joke in the chat about the goat kid. It'd be her grandkid. Jokes. Even I can say that this is the most disgusting thing, and I would never joke about that for as long as they have. I mean,
I'm just glad people are finally taking this shit seriously. It's actually been a fucking relief.
Should have been taken seriously day fucking one.
Well, with
every time I tell somebody they're trolls, we're just gonna ignore them. Like, you know what? Fuck off.
Well, with what Ichabod said. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say that with what Ichabod said about the about going, you go. Usually, most people who are traumatized by that kind of bullshit. And I'm not sorry, I don't mean to say bullshit, but you know what I mean by that kind of stuff. They go two ways.
In general.
Usually, they'll either go very quiet, very reserved. They will start having night terrors. There's certain things that will happen to them, but or they'll get very, very angry.
It's one of three ways. They either get reserved and uncomfortable about it, they get angry about it, or they offend themselves.
True.
It's unfortunate, but it's.
I was the angry one too, so you're not alone, babe. I was just trying to say.
Here's the thing, like, if people really started tracking the pedophiles and then tracking the money, a lot of people are going to prison or getting killed, because it is pretty widespread in certain circles, and those circles often have tons of fucking money, and they also happen to be
I know.
all Democrats, but it's a pretty overwhelming thing.
I know, Jay, but I'm just saying also that, and I hate going into my past and using anecdotal evidence, but remember when I told you that, that I used to be a bully in elementary school? Yeah. That's why. And then I went to,
it's almost midnight here, so I'm gonna sign off. I think I keep waking up.
All right, Ron. Good night, man. Thanks for joining.
I'll catch you guys. Not a problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit the sack, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Well, I'm sorry I used a lot of anecdotals, but that's basically all I really think of at the moment.
Thanks for popping in, Optimus. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for popping in.
Not a problem.
Bye, Optimus.
See ya.
See ya.
And remember, Autobots, lick my ass.
Only if I get to use the bathroom.
Glad I'm a Decepticon.
But what needs to happen, right? I don't think fucking Trump will be able to do it, because there's more politicians, and I'm not gonna say more people who are very, very influential who have been running pedo rings for a long time.
Well, you also have to think of it this way, though, is there's been a lot of people who, like, the reason the Democratic Party is so deep-pocketed, is because, again, there's a lot of money under the table bullshit that we don't hear about. And I hate sounding like that.
Swear to God, if you bring up Pizzagate, I'm gonna lose my shit.
No, I'm not bringing up Pizzagate, because that's.
Okay.
I'm just saying that there are some theories that I question, and I'm like, are they real? Could they possibly function in real society? Because people are monsters when we get down to it.
Yeah.
I gotta say something. All right. I won't say anything directly about Pizzagate. I don't care about the emails. I don't know. I will say this. Look over in Britain, and it fucking happened there. They found out their politicians were running a pedophile ring. How do you
Savile.
Good. Creepy.
Jimmy Savile, the media mogul. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you think it's not happening here? That's what the rich people do. That's what the politicians do. That's how the higher level ones keep control of the lower level ones. They're like, oh, look, you're going to get all this power and all these cool things. You can have all the drugs you want. You can do all this shit. Hey, look, here's a child. You get to do this too. You can do all the sick
No,
fucking
this
things
is what
in the
I'm
world.
saying. This is what I'm saying. I think, isn't it Roman Polanski or whatever who fucking molested
That's
somebody?
Polanski.
Yeah, it was
My point is that chick's like 50 now. So, or what, however old she is now. It's not a new thing, and I really wish there was like I mean, again, I'm not an advocate for government, but this is one of those times where it's like, no, SWAT just needs to start raiding houses.
Dude, the
And
government's doing it.
Appreciate yourself.
They're fucking kids.
Really
They're the
not,
ones
man.
with
Really
money.
not, because the government is actually intertwined with these assholes.
yeah, Amanda. That's the thing. Like a lot of the people that do this are actually really, really fucking wealthy and have, if
Like
not
real wealth.
the personal influence, the intersocial influence, they have the resources to use people who have that influence.
Yeah, that's
Make people silent.
what I'm saying. It's the government, it's the rich people. They're the ones fucking the kids.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
but it's
they
not.
can-
I mean, not all rich people are pedos. So don't think that. I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
A lot of people who have a certain type of wealth or a certain type of influence, been back throughout history, though, is once you do favors for the king or the ruling party in whatever way, you get special favors and they certain behaviors that would be considered not okay, and pedophilia has always been one of them.
yeah.
Been one of them too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Murder is one of the ones that royals have always been able to get away with.
Yeah, and insanity.
Okay, so I have a very brief exercise for everybody here since we're now down to only six people, including Minty. If you could say something directly to Heart Progress right now, what would it be? Let's start on one end and move back. So we're going to start with Minty and move our way back all the way to Amanda.
What would I say to them?
Yes, what would you say to them if they were standing in front of you right now? Say, so you're cuffed to a chair.
Go jump off a cliff and drown and don't go up to the surface to get air.
Okay.
And I mean a rocky edge cliff, so
Okay.
the chances
Okay.
are maybe knocked off.
Okay. Terrence?
Knocked out.
Well, the same thing I always say to them whenever I get roped into these Twitter fights: kill yourself over and over and over.
Jason?
I want you to stop existing. I want to annihilate your existence.
The
I know I'm
face.
going to regret this one, but Jay?
You're not gonna listen.
Yeah.
Oh, Eggy one, your turn. What would you say?
Honestly, you
I think
guys are
Eggy
the
is
reason.
me.
Heart of Progress. You guys are the reason that I think euthanasia should be allowed.
Allahu Akbar.
Amanda?
It's going to take me about 10 seconds to break my thumb and get out of these handcuffs. My advice to you, run.
Yeah. Not right.
I think I don't know if Egg is fully on with my view, but there's enough people who have my view that if you let us loose, we will solve this problem.
The problem with me, Jay, is I can't physically do it. They would have to do it by their own volition.
Anyway.
And the reason is I'm just,
But here's
I've got noodle arms.
it's gonna hit. It's very very soon gonna hit Paul and some of the other weaponized autism, and you're gonna
Yeah.
start seeing videos getting taken out in very high places very very soon. gonna see you're gonna see footage of people who are now. This could go both ways, of course, but people can usually go, "Oh, that guy's accused of being a pedo," and the crowd, the mob will take him out. But in pedophiles drug out in the street and have their heads kicked in.
Usually, I'm not one to say that I don't believe that there's anything such as hate speech and they're allowed to say what they want, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to put a hole in their face.
Okay. So,
Weaponized autism.
I'm going to be a little more long-winded than everybody else chose to be, because it's just how I am in this particular
It's your
situation.
channel.
So, I'm going to be a little long-winded with this. So, again, my channel does not advocate for violence. Just saying, fuck you,
Mine
Google,
does.
don't fucking pull my shit down. Fuck off. I'm not monetized for a reason, ass jockeys. Alright. So, were I cuffed to a chair and given the opportunity to speak to the Heart Progress people, my statement would simply be this. You are the worst people on the planet. It is not because you want these terrible things, but because you were born wrong. As much as I would like to not say the phrase, you were born wrong, you were born wrong. Much like every other scumbag on the fucking planet, you should be thrown headlong into a wall of spikes. You are scum, literally the trash at the base of my boot heel. And upon the day that every one of your names has finally been released to the public, you can see exactly how tolerant the rest of us can be. Because where we may not tolerate your existence, we tolerate the existence of our children and their children and their children. And none of us will ever rest until the scum of the universe is plowed so deep into the earth with fire and hate that maybe someone will think twice before engaging in such fucking deviance. Your existence is a fucking affront onto the life and basic decency that humanity has attempted for thousands of years to finally bring into the world. You are literally the reason that there is anything wrong on the fucking planet. Fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck your friends. Fuck your friends' friends. I will skin all of you one day, and I will make the world's biggest flag.
Oh, I have one more thing, Orange.
Go on.
Yeah, go
I'd
ahead.
have like some free helicopter rides.
Helicopter ride.
Hey, would you like to go on this free helicopter ride?
Break all their bones, remove the bones from their body, and then pierce their skin with those fucking bones.
Dude, I've been watching too much Rick and Morty lately, and Jason sounded kind of robot-y, so I heard Headward free now to rise.
Oh no, I heard a helicopter and I knew exactly where he was going.
It's all about the Szechuan chicken McNugget sauce, Morty.
Szechuan chicken McNuggets.
I bet you anything they bring that sauce back for the Mulan movie.
Oh my god, yes. I actually want it. I never even got to try it, but I want to.
They
That
did.
would be the ultimate troll to SJWs, though.
It was pretty good. I do remember that.
They tweeted
God damn
out
it.
McNubbalubba Dub Dub, so I bet they do it. Because people kept
Get
asking.
triggered. But I think that's the end of the stream. Do you want to end it, dear, or do you want to switch to a different topic?
We can switch to whatever topic everybody is comfortable with, because I think we need a palate cleanser for that.
We talk about the guy that's been basically. I don't even know if he's a troll. It's like basically a fucking.
I think Jay's trying to talk here.
Oh, I didn't hear. I'm sorry, Dave. What?
Okay. I would just say, because you know how weaponized autism is. One is they will find these people in a matter of hours because they don't have that fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If anybody out there is a part of some of the anonymous and some of the poll and whatnot, just give us the intel. We'll take it from there. Just find it.
I wonder.
I have no problem. I live in a gray world anyway.
This channel
I've
does not
never thought
advocate for
about
violence.
this.
Doesn't.
Hey,
know.
hey, guess what? Guess what? Free!
Dude,
Put the mic away.
My,
Okay, back between us.
I never thought about this, but that might be a good idea. My ex stepdad was the dude that offended against my sister, and like it was bad, and it was for the whole time that my mom was married to him, and like she just left him. He went to jail for a while for trying to kill me and my mom when she left him. But he never went to jail or anything, never got prosecuted, nothing for what he did to my sister. And he's married again. Like my sister had looked him up a while back, wondering on Facebook, and he's married again with a daughter. And she had talked about reaching out to the mom, but I don't know if she ever did. Maybe I should hand him over to 4chan.
Like I said, I don't advocate for violence on this channel, but personally, yes, it should be a death penalty for pedophilia.
Well, I didn't
Death
mean
penalty.
like violence. I meant so maybe somebody could reach out to the mom, but yeah, maybe 4chan is a step too far.
Well, the only reason.
Put it on
No.
poll.
I just
God damn it. That's
this is one of those, like, I keep pretty mellow on a lot of things, but no, this isn't just a no.
He'd apparently
Okay.
he'd apparently been with another lady who had a daughter before he got with my mom, and they split up, and I'm assuming that's why as well.
I'm going to be perfectly honest for a very brief moment here. As a channel, I cannot advocate for violence. It is not a step too far to give them over to 4chan. It's not a step too far to give them over to Poll. It's not a step too far to give them over to any fucking deep web, dark fucking evil bastard website that fucking murders people for fun and profit. It's not. There is no step too far with a fucking pedophile. There's no step too far.
See, what happened was we were living in a car at the time, and so my mom went out to a bar and got drunk, and she met this guy, and she decided that we were going to move in with him. And my sister says that from that night, like from the time he carried her into his house that night, he had his hands up her skirt. And she married him a year later, and we lived there in New Mexico for 4 years with this dude. And even after my sister told my mom and we moved back to Texas, like my grandmother, she swears she didn't do this to this day, but my grandma and my mom like kept questioning me to see if my sister was lying, and I kept saying I don't know, I don't remember anything, like nothing ever happened to me that I remember, you know. But he used to like drug me to put me to sleep because I didn't sleep, so you never fucking know.
Well, the only goal to what Orange said earlier about no step is too far with a pedophile. As somebody who is actually very tolerant to a lot of stupid, very tolerant to jokes and all that bullshit, and pedophilia is just no.
There is no step too far with a pedophile.
No.
Even if they were put into a fucking hall full of fucking angry Muslims that raped them to death, it would still not be a step too far. It would be a step too light.
The worst part to me is that they sent my sister back. Like, we moved back. That was the worst fucking part.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, Amanda. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it's fun for anyone who goes through that ordeal. But yeah.
But I do sometimes think about it since she told me that he got with another chick that has a daughter. I worry for that daughter. I wish he would have stayed in jail longer for trying to kill me. That would have been better.
Also attempted murder. That's lovely.
No, they didn't even give him that. They gave him assault on a child.
Pretty sure we are all at that point of, yeah, there is no step too far with pedophiles. Our progress is sincerely taking a step into the light that is a bad idea for them.
Yeah.
This is not something that's just going to be accepted.
Nope. As somebody who is actually pro-LGBT, it's nope.
Oh, if there was a law passed today, a reprehensible fucking law that said it was okay to do that, it still wouldn't do anything. You would just have a shitload of vigilantes literally murdering people in the fucking streets.
Yeah, basically.
It's not okay. It doesn't matter how legal you make it. It doesn't matter how fucking socially acceptable it ever would become. Even if it ever did, it's not fucking acceptable. And we all know very much for a fact that parents would eventually start killing these people. And I wouldn't fucking feel bad for them as a demographic. They would deserve every bit of pain, torture, and torment they fucking got because they are fucking raping children.
Dude, a jury decided that already with that one dad. He walked in on I don't remember how old the guy was, but he walked in on the babysitter messing around with his kid, and he damn near beat the guy to death. Or I can't remember if he did actually beat him to death or it was just almost. But the cops, had to arrest him for it and everything, put him to a trial, and the jury said no, let him go.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would think.
Well, this is why more people need to know about jury nullification too, because a jury can nullify any law.
Yes, I argue about that all the time, and it's fucked up that they will arrest you for trying to tell people about that.
Well,
like that is straight up wrong. You can't get arrested for passing out literature educating people. It's bullshit.
Whoever's got an active channel, I mean, mine's not active. Put out a call to 410, 810, call who the fuck ever. Pedophilia.
Yes, I have noodle arms.
And then just, let it do its thing. Need to stop. I mean, I know a guy who is a pedophile, but he's in prison for a good long while now. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I think. That's what I think should happen. I know that sounds like kind of crazy, and it can lead to some dangerous shit, but
no, I think they should die. Like I think the parents should.
It needs to be open. Somebody needs to video just to do an open call and say, "Hey, you guys are good at finding people, fucking pedos, and just let us know."
Yeah, but that's advocating
I don't
for
even
violence,
care if
Jay.
cops.
That's technically advocating for violence.
this channel does not advocate for violence.
I'm not
Disclaimer.
advocating for violence. I'm not advocating for violence. No, that's not violence. That's just.
This channel does not
that's seeking
approve of advocating for any criminal activity.
This channel does not approve of any criminal activity that is displayed at the moment. And yeah, I use at the moment as a legal sense. God damn it.
Hubby will be upset if he knows I'm actually doing this shit. He has put his foot down. I'm not supposed to make any more pedo videos or talk on because I get all depressed and crabby for a while when he can't handle that.
Well, there's a reason I don't make pedo videos. It's because I'd probably be close to either shooting Ichabod or shooting myself.
Right? Yeah, it drags up old shit and yeah.
That you don't want to remember and yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible, and I understand completely if nobody actually wants to talk about it. I understand 110%.
I'm actually sorry that I have to keep saying that this channel does not advocate for criminal activity of any kind, but I really do because YouTube's a dick, and I'd rather my channel not get taken down because then I have to go through the process of making a new one.
I know, isn't it always? But yeah, this channel does not advocate for any criminal activity.
As a channel, I don't advocate for any criminal activity. As a person, do it. Fucking do it. I don't care.
Dude,
this channel does not advocate for criminal activity.
I've come so very close sometimes.
Hey,
like,
do me a favor. Do me a favor, right? I mean, I know you don't know this guy, but once this stream's over, try to bounce this to Mr. X.
Who?
And just Lomar respond. That's his tag. Right?
Jay, you're cutting out, so I can't hear exactly what you said.
That's what I was gonna say. You keep like fading out every other word.
You know where I'm at. I'm just gonna send you the text. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
As a side note,
yes.
Once the stream is finished, it will be going on private on YouTube, unlisted. But then it will be put up on my fucking Patreon thing. Not as a patron-only post. It's just that's where it will be found. Like the unlisted link will be there, so you can
So
still watch
that-
at this point in time. It's just I'd rather it not be obvious.
Heart progress, come get us, bro.
Eat a dick, Heart Progress. Fat fucking on fire dick.
I think what
Suck a shitty taint, Heart Progress.
I think what Ichabod's been trying to say this whole stream is that we're all Steve Shives here, in that we won't shed one single tear for a pedophile that gets beaten to death.
That's about right.
No.
Yeah, I'd probably laugh.
I would be a lot more graphic in my description.
Well, to be fair, I'd probably watch in fascination as their face falls apart. But go on.
I actually saw them once. There was a dude.
You know,
that was-
Dude, the most.
I want to light their hands on fire and pin their hands to a table and let them smell their flesh cooking.
You ever seen Boxing Helena?
What were you gonna
Yeah,
say,
I
Egg?
think I have.
already said it, it's just his camera spot.
You get my message now, Warren?
What?
Did you get my message?
Probably.
He sent it to me. Give me my phone. It's over there.
God damn it, wife.
Becky, let me smash.
I'm gonna turn in. It's been extremely grotesque hearing all this. Good,
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Peace.
good night, guys.
Nice.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, okay. So you want me to send it to Glomer, Responder, Emma Wilding, and Dapperton. God damn it, he left.
Dude,
Motherfucker.
yeah, he ran away.
You know, he does that. As a note, just actually saw. Did you ever see the old thing, Faces of Death?
No.
Yep.
It was pretty much a snuff film. All it showed was people killing themselves, right?
Okay.
One of the things was this dude that was accused of pedophilia, and they had it tied up, and he was sitting on there, and then they took like I think it was an AR of some kind, but they blew his fucking face off, and I look at this and I'm like, I should probably be disgusted by this, but I know what he did, so I don't care.
Okay.
Did you smudge me?
No, I'm trying to unsmudge you. And fucking talk to the people, and when you're ready, let everybody do their showing, and then fucking.
He smudged me. Does anyone have any final thoughts on this, though? Out of curiosity.
Cook them all. Cook them
Uh,
all.
Yeah.
I think they all should be roasted alive, and not in a good way either. Long pig is not good. Jason.
How do you know?
Educated guess.
Sure, educated guess.
I've never eaten a human, actually.
What?
Long pig.
What about it?
I've never
I'm just
eaten
saying
it.
vegans. I'm just saying vegans are probably delicious.
Oh no! I ruined veganism yesterday for a lot of people in the chat.
Did you tell them that science says that plants are sentient?
No, I basically told them that they're basically
They're
almost.
still eating animal products no matter what the fuck they eat because of the processing that the products go through.
I get
Bingo.
that too. But there's also the fact that even if they just eat plants out of the ground, like that they grow themselves, they're still eating a living fucking thing. Science has proven plants talk to each other. They're sentient.
She'll kill her.
But
I don't know, but she's chewing on the chair itself.
think of eating vegans like you're eating grass-fed beef.
Indeed.
Huh. I
You
wonder
know-
if they actually taste as good. No.
Alright, chill your shit so I can fucking do shit. God damn it.
Well, to be fair, even cannibals agree that they're mostly mostly like Chinese people or Korean people or the people that eat a lot of fish.
I do have like serious final thought on this though. The people that can fuck a kid up like just as much, if not sometimes more than the pedo themselves, is their own family. If they won't just open their fucking eyes and realize what's going on or listen to a kid when they talk,
Jay, your camera's on, bud. Might want to turn it off.
like people need to pay more attention. Families need to pay more attention to the fucking kids. It's usually a family member doing it, and that's usually how they go unnoticed for so fucking long.
Yep.
I'm just letting you know.
But this is actually the argument. Well, there's an economic argument to this. Blah 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 blah.
Of course.
Hopefully,
Go on, Jay.
no, I'm not being funny. I'm being totally serious. This is why, like, you're supposed to like meet the family. You're supposed to, have certain relationships, get married. You know, it all comes down to marriage. But I'm not even want to get into that. I'm just saying, people I sent it to, one of them's a lawyer and a psycho, and one of them just, well, yeah. So,
No.
point,
This is
my
Micey.
point, if you want
Dapperton's the
this,
psycho in me.
Dapperton's all right, but Dapperton, we don't disagree on.
No, I was just
But
joking.
Mix is a lawyer, so I know he could probably like sprinkle some nice things to certain legal authorities.
It was just
I'm
funny
saying.
because, yeah, she had read the names, and then the way you described them in my head, my mind automatically clicked those two together. I was like, Dapperton's got to be the one he's calling the psycho.
No, not necessarily. I think two of the people on there are kind of psycho, but they're the good kind of psycho, like me.
Yeah, I didn't mean it as an insult. It was I'm just a little tipsy. It's hubby's birthday, and so we got drunk. Yeah.
I was dick pic drunk earlier.
We won.
All right, so let's go down the shilling path because it's time to go down the shilling path. So talk about your channels very briefly, starting with Amanda because we're going from the other side this time.
I'm Amanda Wolfchild. Y'all know me. My next video will be out as soon as I finish this shit, and it's on men's rights, so y'all should check it out.
Egg.
I'm Egg Lord the Nosferatu on YouTube and Egg Lord of Shadowley on Twitter.
I know he sounds like he's talking through a sock into a different sock and then into his mic. What he said is, check out Egg Lord of Shadowley. He's got a YouTube channel.
And Twitter.
Jay, do you have anything you want to shill today?
No. I haven't been able to do anything really related to online shit in a while except for Twitter. So
taxation is theft. Jason, do you got anything for us?
Damn right it is.
It's the weekend. It must be 90s adventure games. I've got another playthrough coming out tomorrow.
All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's always wonderful. And to steal a line from Red Robot. And now, tits. Thank y'all for watching.